Yo, what's good everybody? So in today's video, I'm finally bringing you guys the review of the Asics Gel-1130 and HAL Studios collaboration in the smoke gray and mink colorway. This collaboration, this shoe is one of my favorite of the year. In my opinion, up until this point, is my sneaker of the year. Yeah, you guys might think I'm crazy, but I really think that they did an amazing job here, both Asics and HAL Studios. And I feel like we need to talk about this collaboration a lot more and pay attention to what HAL Studios is doing, because I think that they're doing an amazing job. Really good work here. So we need to talk about these a lot more for sure, put them on the radar. So with that being said, let me show you guys a first look and we'll get into this review. So some information about the release of this collaboration. I don't know what I was doing at the time because I don't remember sharing any information about this release. I wasn't paying attention, whatever, but I really regret not paying attention to this collab because I could have gotten them for retail maybe, but because of that, I had to pay resale because, like I said, I became obsessed with this colorway and this collaboration that I had to get these in hand. But from what I found out, they officially released on April 14, 2022 through HAL Studios, and then they had a global release through Asics on April 23rd, 2022. The retail price on these was $190, which is actually higher than the forest green colorway that was recently put up for pre-order, which, by the way, HAL Studio really managed that well and did a good job. There were some glitches there, but they were able to fix that, and they did a really good job guaranteeing people a pair, which I do appreciate that, and I wish more collaborations were like that, because I'd rather wait 8 to 10 months, which is a long time, but guaranteeing a pair instead of, you know, taking the L, you know, first come, first serve type basis. But they did a good job with that, but we can talk about that in the future once I get that pair in hand. So some information about HAL Studios, aka Highs and Lows. They're actually from Perth, Australia, and they've been around the game for 17 years now. I really like what they're doing. I'm glad I recently discovered them because I really didn't know much about them. HAL Studio was founded by Matt Thomas, and their creative director is John Balquette. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Really cool page. I definitely recommend you follow this brand. All right, so getting into the details here, the official colorway is smoke gray and mink. As you can see, the color on the upper is primarily different shades of gray. You do have some brown on the mudguard and on the Sunika Tiger Cajun on both lateral and medial side. You do have that really cool faded navy suede that you'll see on the ice stays, and pretty much that same panel goes all the way to the back of the shoe. The midsole is also in a really cool sail white color as well. The gel-like material that you'll find on the heel part of the shoe, it is in a blue color. And then that shank plate that you'll find on the midsole that's on the outsole as well, it is in a really cool forest green color. The materials on the upper, the overlays, are primarily a combination of the suede and the faux leather, and then the underlays is primarily the mesh material. On the inside of the shoe, the sock lining does have a mesh material, and then the insoles on these, very cool detail. They are in a really nice forest green color, and you'll find some HAL Studios and Asics branding on the heel. The tongue is primarily made out of that wide mesh, which is going to give the shoe more breathability, and then on the front of the tongue, you'll find some Asics and Gel-1130 branding in like a plastic material. These come out of the box with the flat sail white laces, and they also come with another pair of rope style laces, and the tips on the laces actually have a blue color. As you come down to the toe box, you really see that wide mesh material that they use here. You find a little bit of faux leather also across the toe box and also around the mudguard. The mudguard does have this really dope hairy brown suede that you'll also find on the lateral and medial side on the Sunika Tiger Cajun. On the lateral side, on that brown suede, you'll find the Asics branding stitched in a sail white color. All the way to the heel part of the shoe, this particular silhouette doesn't really have a traditional heel counter, but I guess you can say that that light gray suede is the heel counter here, but you'll also find some suede above that in that faded navy color, which is one of my favorite features of this color because it gives it like a worn down look to the shoe. The shoe overall doesn't really have a ton of branding, and it doesn't have a lot of HAL Studios branding, but here on the heel, you will see that the left shoe has the HAL branding in that tag, and then the right shoe has the studio's name. The cushioning technology on these 1130s features the classic gel material, and it also features truss stick. Obviously, as you move around in your shoes, there's going to be a lot of twisting there, which does hinder the stability of the shoe. However, Trust Stick was developed by Asics to basically prevent that and to give the shoe more stability so it stops the twisting of the shoe. On the outsole here, you do have a rubber outsole, and you have a combination of that sail white color, some black, and also that really cool forest green color on the shank plate on the outsole here. You will find some gel branding on the heel part of the outsole, and then around the middle part there, you will find a little small A representing the Asics logo. The shoes come in this very basic box, very minimal branding. You will find some Asics and HAL Studio branding around the lid of the box, but that's pretty much it. And here you have the official tag and SKU. When it comes to sizing with these Gel-1130s, I went with the same size that I went with my Kayano 14s and also the Gel MC Plus within the Asics world. If you don't own a pair of Asics, then I would go with your regular size here. However, if you do want a more snug fit, you can squeeze in here with going half a size down. I do like the extra room on these, and especially if you're someone with wide feet, then I would recommend just going with your regular size here. When it comes to comfort with these 1130s, I haven't yet worn them for a full day, but putting them on right off the bat, they do have a nice balance of firmness and softness. They're not super squishy, not super soft, but also not super stiff and firm. So I really like how they feel, and I'm pretty sure these are gonna feel super comfortable, and I'm not gonna have a problem rocking these all day. All right, guys, so my final thoughts on these 1130s HAL Studios, like I said already earlier in the video, to me, in my opinion, these are my sneakers of the year up until this point. It's October 2022. The reason why I say up until this point is because once the Retro One Chicago Lost and Founds come out, those are going to be my sneakers of the year, whether I get them in hand or I don't. I hope I get them in hand. There's supposed to be a lot of stock on those, so I hope I do get those in hand. And to me, those are going to be my sneakers of the year because I've been wanting a pair of Retro One Chicagos for a long time. And I know that's not the OG colorway, but at least it's going to be the closest thing I can get to that. So once I get those, if I get those are going to be my sneakers of the year. But for now, these are it. And the reason why is because I really like what HAL Studios did here, the materials that they added to these Asics. A lot of Asics, obviously the GRs, they use a lot of synthetic materials, so you really can't compare to like a New Balance because just New Balance blows everybody out of the water when it comes to materials. But when you get a collab, you expect that the collaboration is going to have high quality materials, and I feel like here overall they did that. According to some of the stuff that I read, the leather here is faux leather, which I wish they would have used premium leather here as well, just to really match the suede that they used here. But hey, I guess they got to make some cuts one way or the other. But overall, the colorway, the style, the little details like the green shank plate here in this forest green, the green on the insoles as well. I love that green, and that's why I can't wait to get the forest colorway next year. So excited for those as well. But these guys, in my opinion, they just look so good. This collaboration and this relationship between HAL Studios and Asics kind of reminds me of JAL and New Balance. I know the HAL Studios is different, you know, they're not as minimalistic as JAL, but I feel like the way they kind of promote the brand, the way they do things, reminds me a lot of JAL. So I was like, I gotta get the first drop, and I'm glad I'm gonna get the second drop, you know, 8 to 10 months from now, but I'm still gonna get them. And I wanted to complete the pack because I did not want the same thing that happened to me with the 992 JALs, that I was only able to get one colorway, and now the green one is through the roof. So I wanted to get this pack, and I will eventually. And I'm just happy to have these guys. I really recommend these. I know the resale price on these just keeps going up and up and up, and it's probably unreachable for a lot of people, and I get that because it is a lot of money. But if you get these, man, I'm telling you, you guys are gonna be so excited to have these in hand. So with that being said, guys, let me put these bad boys on and show you guys how they look on feet. Alright guys, so that's it for me. Hopefully this video brought you a detailed look of the Asics Gel-1130 and HAL Studios collaboration. Let me know in the comments below what you think about these, and also what you think about HAL Studios in general. And like always guys, thank you so much for tuning in. To all the new subscribers, thank you like always. Anybody who's new to this channel, this is your first time catching one of my videos. If you like this content, definitely feel free to subscribe, hit that like button as well. I'll leave my link to my Instagram page below where you guys can go and check out my page as well. And that's it guys, catch you guys in the next one. Peace.